Hopefully these are all on and we can sit down. Jake, good to see you. Welcome one and all. We'll wait for Adam, who's making a rock star entrance, slowly but surely making his way up here. Adam Saad, hopefully he's still here. Has he taken off? I'll start with you, Jacob. Great to see you, mate. How do you reflect on the year that was?
Yeah, likewise, good to see you too. Yeah, it was an interesting year. It was obviously full of highs and lows. Round one with Sam Doherty, I think everyone was pretty happy to see him back on the park and doing his thing, but no, it was good. Obviously, more wins than we've had since I've been at the club, 12 of them. But, you know, the second half of the year is something to work on and we'll look to fix it and work bloody hard in this off-season and pre-season to come.
You started on fire and then a shoulder injury. You did a great job to obviously rehab and really work hard. It was a great indication of how important Andrew Russell and his whole team is getting players like you back as quick as possible.
Yeah, some people didn't see it that way. I got a few people just at the local cafe telling me all about the second half of my year and how I was spoiling a bit more than marking and giving me some advice. But no, I mean, again, it's just one of those things. You look at Sam Doherty's story, you look at Cripper, you look at guys that have had adversity through their careers and injury, and even this man as well. And the year he had off the back of what he's gone through. So you just got to pick yourself back up and go again.
Good to see the defending champ here, Sam. What did you make of the season that was for you?
Yeah, it was obviously, you look back now, it's gone very quick. It was great to be a part of because I feel like we're building.
Welcome,
Saad,
Adam.
you know,
I was just praying. I'm a Muslim, so we pray 5 times a day, so I just finished that and rocked up, so sorry I'm late.
Brilliant to see you, mate. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, good to see you, Saad. But yeah, I feel like we're starting to build a strong group that wants success together, and I think that this year was the start of that. And to be able to have a whole new coaching group and starting to create our identity was great to be a part of. And I think for us, it's just about sort of keep on fronting up and working hard. And I think you end up getting what you deserve in this game. So looking forward to the years to come.
You came awfully close to win a Brownlow medal a couple of seasons ago. What was it like going through Brownlow medal night, watching the skipper win the big one?
Yeah, it was unbelievable, to be honest. And you couldn't pick a more deserving winner than Cripper. The amount of work he's put into this club, he's that selfless because he just wants us to be the best we can. And he's obviously been through a fair few tough times. And to be able to share that moment with him and the boys on the table that night was something I'll never forget. And I think that made me think like the way we were celebrating for him and imagine how good it would be to reach the ultimate success. So hopefully that's to come, but we've still got a bit of work to go.
Charlie Curnow, great to see you, mate. Congratulations on the season that was with that Coleman medal.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Can you believe that you're able to achieve so much considering where you've come from injury-wise? How did you do it?
I don't know. It kind of, I don't know, the year just kind of took off to a roll, and at the start I was just enjoying playing football with my mates, and you know, tried to keep it as simple as that throughout the whole year. Whereas, you know, in the last 3 years, I didn't get really to enjoy those the time on field with the boys, and I think once you know, we've got such infectious teammates, and once they get around you, and you know, you start to feel pretty, you know, realise how much you missed it when you were gone. So I think, I don't know, it's been a nice achievement, but I think, yeah, it's been great to have my teammates, you know, supporting me along the way.
Were there moments, though, when you were injured and constantly getting injured where you thought, just can't see myself getting back to that level?
Yeah, it was just, there's tough times, and everyone has their own troubles in their journey. I mean, you know, we just had surgery during the season, but yeah, it was hard at times, but I had great people around me. And can someone move Ed from the front here? No, it was, you know, it was, you know, obviously the support. I had, you know, a few physios and doctors along the way that have really helped me, and you know, great support around me. You know, brother George on the table there, and my siblings Eliza, Ed, Charlotte, have all been great, helping me kind of mentally get through it, which was great. Yeah.
Well, you had an incredible season. It's just such a joy to watch you play, and it's also a joy to see you play, Adam. Mate, welcome. Can you remember the first moment that the Carlton faithful started to reward you with the ultimate compliment for a defender and say, woof? Can you remember what you were thinking when you first heard it?
Yeah, I'm actually scared of dogs, so I didn't like it at the start. Speaking, obviously, as I've mentioned before, Ange Chris to be my neighbour. I think it was after or just before the St Kilda game, and he said to bring the wolf back, and yeah, from St Kilda onwards, I was just hoping I'd get a kick and hear a few wolves, which is pretty cool.
What's it feel like when you've actually, when Carlton's on top and you're getting plenty of the ball and it's a packed MCG and they unleash it, deep down, you're amongst friends. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's all right. No, it's good.
Tell us about your academy, mate, and your pathway program, what you're contributing.
Yeah, so I feel like it's always good to give back to the community and never forget where you come from and your roots. And we're fortunate enough to be in a position to help out and to give back to our respective communities. So we've got the Adam Saad Pathways, 12 to 15-year-old multicultural boys and girls, and we run programs for 6 weeks. Hamza's in the room actually at the moment. He's our program manager. So he's the main man there. Yeah, it's about obviously footy and skill development, but at the same time we're trying to teach them about life habits and life skills and teach them to become good people in their communities and role models for like their respective households as well.
I think you're doing a brilliant job. That deserves a round of applause. How do the Mighty Blues take the next step, Adam? What's the first thing? How do we go about going just up a notch?
Well, Vossi mentioned after the last game, obviously we're all devastated, but he mentioned that at the start of this year there was hope, but now it's belief. And you can just see the hunger and the burning desire in our stomachs that we obviously lost our last game. And I mentioned this to Vossi, obviously being a Muslim, we understand everything happens for a reason, and making finals was never meant to be, but hopefully in the future we make finals and can give it a good shake and hopefully win a premiership. So just to work hard, have a good pre-season and take it from there.
And part of it is what you do down the back and also up forward. How do you enjoy working in with Harry? How do you go about it? Give us some insight as to how you work together.
Yeah, it makes my job a lot easier when Big H is out there. So Vossi loves when the boys get the ball to the ground. There's no intercepts, so that's pretty much our job on the game day. I mean, not so much kicking the goals, but making sure our small forwards, like the likes of Durds and sometimes Ed, is to get them in the game. But that's but no, that's kind of what our main role is, and we can kind of build around that and see how the game works out from there. So having H out there is obviously makes it my job a lot easier. We can both work on both sides of the ground and work together up forward. So it's great.
If you're leading up, who do you want? What Carlton player do you want to have the ball in the hand? Who do you like to receive it from, considering who you're sitting next to at the moment? Pick one.
Oh, Ches was working. I was doing a bit of work with Ches today, so I have to pick him. Yeah, Ches and Saad.
And Sam Walsh and Jacob. Sam, how do we take the next step, the Carlton Football Club, considering you've heard Vossi's words and you've also heard Patrick Cripps' word? You've only been in the club only a short amount of time, but you must see the nucleus of a good team moving forward.
Yeah, I think those guys that spoke earlier hit the nail on the head. We can't just wait for it to happen. We've got to make it happen, and we're out to earn respect for each other. And I think, as I mentioned before, if you put in the hard work, you'll reap the rewards. And I just think that we know what we want to stand for, and we've just got to keep on emphasising that going forward.
Is a footy trip still a thing, Jacob, nowadays? Do you boys get together at all and go away and relax, or you now go your own separate ways?
It was a little bit different this year with the way we went out against Collingwood. So, and credit to the VFL boys in the room and Poc for his efforts at the back end of the year. They made finals. So I think there was a few quiet ones on the Monday afterward with most of the senior boys, and it's sort of a forgotten tradition.
So you don't go away. What are your plans over the off season?
I haven't gone away yet. I'm off to Europe with my partner Isabel, so a bit of a shout out to her. So that'd be nice, and we'll meet up with maybe first place or second place, and Sam Doherty over there as well, and his partner. So Europe's going to be very nice.
Oh, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Tell us about Sam Doherty as a defender. What an incredible story he is, what he's overcome, and that must have just inspired the whole team, but especially you guys down back who are so close to him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you sort of go back to when he told us, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the room. It was an incredibly emotional time for his family and the playing group, and we just wanted to do our absolute best to support him and do whatever we can. And shaving our heads was the least we could do, and just being there for him was the main thing. And he recalls the story of, I think, a conversation with Vossi in pre-season, and there was practically no chance in a lot of people's minds that he'd be playing round one. And not only did he play round one, he went out and did what he did this year. So absolute credit to him, mate.
Yeah, it's brilliant. What a brilliant story. I shaved my head 15 years ago in tribute to him in advance. You, Sam, not so much, and Charlie, you're downright disappointing. Don't you love Doc?
I do love Doc. I like getting around him when he kicks a goal, that's for sure. Yeah.
Or you're just grown back very quickly?
Yeah, it's got back a little bit quicker than I thought, but when Weiter's got the army cut, I was pretty keen on getting the same thing as him when he got that done, so...
And he's kept it going beautifully. Where are you going, mate? Are you having some time off to relax?
Yeah, no, I went away, just went over to Indonesia for a little bit, but I'm heading to Hawaii on Monday, so should be good.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous, hey, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, what's your plans?
Yeah, I'm actually heading over to the States with a few of the boys tomorrow morning. So into our American sport, so we've got a bit lined up over there.
Fantastic.
Pretty excited because we obviously haven't been able to do anything like that for 3 years. So sure we'll train hard over there and have a bit of fun, so it should be good.
We know that you'll train hard. Adam, we know how family's important to you. I think your sister's getting married soon. You've got to stay close to family, or do you get a time to have a nice relax?
You just reminded me, yeah, she's getting married next week, so I'll hang around the northern suburbs. I'll get homesick. I can't go too far away, man, so I'll stay in Coburg, Brunswick, and we'll see how it goes, where it takes us.
Tullamarines not that far away, brother. Give them a huge round of applause, key members of the Carlton Football Club, and they've got so much to be proud of. All-Australian Adam Saad, the Coleman medalist and Charlie Curnow. Brilliant season again from Sam Walsh and Jacob Weitering. Give them a big round of applause.